Amber comes from New Zealand. I will say one more time this. And she studied theater and choreography. And she took part in our residency program in 2019. She came in May, and in June she had a performance at Victoria Art Gallery from Iași, performance called Pigeon Loops. And some students from painting department like Karina, Ana Maria Hanganu took part into this performance along with Dana Koganicianu and her colleague Andora Mașcanu from choreography department. So it was a collaboration between painting department and dance choreography department. And it was quite interesting for us to see this connection between dance and performance, I guess. So
to be honest, was a good time, seriously.
Yeah.
Hey, good. What's fun?
I think I saw very recently the pics when we was at the church at the monastery, if you remind well.
Oh, really?
Did you remind? Yeah.
Wow.
And I was, oh my god, that I missed that.
Yeah, that was so nice.
Uh-huh.
Cool. Yeah. What should I start with talking about?
I don't know. So, for example, what you consider is the most important for you in visual arts field. So, you can talk about some essential events that took place after leaving Romania in your field and your plans regarding your future art projects, I guess. What you consider is essential for you in this area, at what projects you want to take part in. And also you can relate this to the pandemic. Maybe this difficult period stopped your plans somehow, and how you can adapt. It's weird times.
Yeah.
Since you found regarding this pandemic, you know, we have all to adapt and find some solutions in order to continue somehow with our plans. And
okay,
you can start if you want.
Yeah. Well, when I left Romania and came back to New Zealand, my next project was a dance show. It was about gambling and how gambling can be it's not good for people to gamble. We have in Auckland, there's a building called the Sky Tower, and it's like a really tall building that if you look up on the internet, Auckland Sky Tower in New Zealand, you'll see a picture. And we use that because that building is where the casino is in Auckland. And it was making a critique on how gambling and casinos are allowed to exist, because lots of poor people are going there to try and make money, and then they are staying poor because they are spending money there. So we did a dance show about that with 4 dancers. And then after that, I was given another residency, but in New Zealand, to develop a solo dance work. And I worked with my friend from Italy, Veronica Butturini, to develop a 30-minute dance piece. And that was more conceptual, looking at the idea of liminal spaces. So kind of everywhere has a liminal space. A liminal space is something between. So this is one wall, this is another, and what's between is the liminal space. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I was thinking maybe if you have some images to show us, maybe it's
Yeah. I will have a look.
idea to understand also
Yeah.
about this concept. And
Yeah.
I was thinking about Marina Abramovic's performance in July. They were both next to some walls, but and it was just such a small distance between them. I don't know. To your
yeah, I'll try. How do I show you?
There is an option
Sharing.
on the right side. Yeah, so there is option called share content next to the red button leave.
Oh yeah.
And click on it, and then you can select some images that you have already opened. And then you will be able to see your desktop or your images.
I wonder if, because I haven't downloaded the app, the Teams app, so maybe it's not working.
I think yes, it can work on browser.
Oh, okay.
I guess.
Let's have a look. Maybe files. Can I upload files?
Everything, but you have to open them first, and then you have to share content, and then you have to select what you have already opened.
Yeah. Let's see what I can find. So, sorry.
It's okay.
Trying to find the share.
For us, it's near the microphone. You have a sign with a top.
Oh, near the microphone. Oh, there we go. Okay. So, entire screen.
Yeah, choose what you want to.
Here we go. So this.
We
see these.
Okay. Oh yeah, yes. Nice.
Oh, can you see these, the big ones?
On the right side, yeah.
Maybe.
I saw some small images.
Small images. All right. I'll try.
On them, and then to click again on.
Yeah. This one.
Or be careful. You can choose screen sharing, the first options that you saw there, and you share the entire screen.
Yeah.
Or like this.
There we go.
Perfect.
So these are pictures from the rehearsal of the residency I did in Auckland with Veronica. And we were using, similar to Pigeon Loops, we were using gesture to have elements of expressionism, because the liminal spaces we were looking at, we were thinking of what is our response to these liminal spaces and the feeling of being in between two spaces. So maybe a good analogy is when I was thinking of the idea, I was sitting on a staircase and I was between a top story and a bottom story. And because I could see the top and the bottom I felt kind of in the strange middle ground space. So we were exploring the feelings and the gestures associated with that. So these are some pictures that we took in rehearsal together. There's some moving images. That's me and Veronica. Maybe this is a good example of what we thought it felt like in a dance context. And this, yeah, that's kind of what we were exploring in this world. So quite conceptual and quite taking from expressionism and taking from more conceptual art and expressionist art, but putting it into a dance medium instead of painting or design or anything. Are there any questions about that?
Yeah, you said about liminal space, or I wasn't very.
Maybe I will see if I can find the Romanian word. And
yeah.
Because it might be a translation. Hold on. Spatioliminal.
Ah, okay. So sounds like an
in between. English. Yeah, similar. Is what's another way of saying it? Another word in English is being in between.
In between two spaces, yeah, you said about this. So what did you mean about two spaces? It's also something historical or just something physical or
something emotional we were exploring? So maybe another example is, do you want to have a wine or a beer? And you're not sure which one you want, so you are in this liminal space of trying to decide which one you want to have. And it causes you to try and analyze why you should have one and then maybe not have the other, or why you might want one more than the other, or that indecision maybe is a good word, like not being able to decide but feeling as if you have to make a decision.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what we were exploring.
You felt constrained, maybe.
Yeah, it feels constrained. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So that's what we were trying to create as a concept and put into the body so that we could express it through movement and through choreography. Yeah.
Okay, so this was before the pandemic, or
this was we finished on the we finished on the 31st of January, and then we went into the pandemic on the 24th of March.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's very same time as us.
Very similar. But after this project, I started working on another project that was meant to open in the theatre on the 24th of March. And that's the project, Joanna, that I've written about in the article.
Yes. Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
So that project is a cast. There was a cast of 13 people. And we were looking at climate change and how there's lots of rubbish and trash, and it takes up lots and lots and lots of land space.
Can you show us some images?
Some pictures, yeah, I'll find some.
To have some. I know you have included some in the article, but maybe you have a separate.
Yeah, I do.
It's,
I'll just find them. So these ones. Oh. So these are from the rehearsal. In the practice, we were practicing. Oh, got bigger. This is, we were exploring with the idea of wearing lots and lots and lots of clothes that were all recycled. You can see in the background there's a box, and I don't know if I can zoom. Oh yeah, so there's a cardboard box, and behind that here there's it's not very easy to see, but it's a prop that we made, and we put lots of lights inside it, so it made almost like an underwater looking creature. Then
rolled paper.
Yeah, all of the materials we used in the show were recycled as well, because we wanted to make sure that we were being good to the planet and making sure we were recycling. Then what else? Here's a picture of some people making props and some of the set design that was happening. So there's toilet paper rolls, there's plastic bottles, there's old newspaper, there's old egg boxes and boxes. And yeah, so we were trying to make sculptures and hanging sculptures from all of the recycled materials there. And what was happening is it was an hour long, and through the hour the space was empty, but we eventually filled it with sculptures and with people and with clothing, and it became so full of sculptures and people and clothing that the audience found it hard to move in and out of the space at the end. We also used projection, so we had like this Microsoft Teams but we were using phones, you'll see here, and the Zoom call got signal to a projector, and so the audience could see all of people's faces from their phones on a big screen behind them, if that makes sense. I'll see if I can find a picture.
Yeah.
It's hard to explain.
Yeah. Or maybe you have a video.
No, I don't. Our person who videoed it lost the footage.
Okay. No problem.
Yeah.
If I understood well, you make that during the pandemic?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, we started to, and then we had to stop because of the pandemic.
Okay.
I'll try and show you in this picture. This one here. So you can see in the foreground there is someone with a blindfold, but behind her there's like a square screen. You can just see it. It's a bit overexposed. But on that screen was a Zoom call that was happening while the show was happening.
Okay. So the audience saw your performance, and it was on online audience. Okay.
Yeah. So it was being live streamed as the performers were using their phones in the dance. They were also being seen close up on the screen behind the person with the blindfold. So there was a lot happening all at the same time, because I wanted the audience to feel like there was not much time and like there was a lot happening, because that's how I feel with climate change. There's so much happening and we don't have enough time to try and fix everything. So yeah, that's what we did with this show. And we made it, the first version was made in March, but we were moving everything into the theatre, and then our government announced that we had to go into lockdown, which I think maybe is like orange for you. We call it level 4. Or do you have red? No.
I don't understand the word.
Red? Like, you know how you have code green, code orange. What's the highest one?
The red one.
Like this.
Red.
Yes.
Yeah. So we were moving everything into the theatre, and then we got like a red code from our government. So we all had to go home, and we were very sad. And then we were in code red for maybe 8 weeks, I think. And then we went into code orange for another 4 weeks, I think. And then we went into code yellow. Is yellow, you have yellow, don't you?
Oh,
Yes.
I think we said.
I guess yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we have.
Yeah.
We have.
So we
And
went
on
to
yellow-
yellow. We went to yellow for maybe 2 months, and then we went back to code orange. And so we were trying to plan to put the show on again, but we couldn't, because we kept going, staying at home, having to stay at home, and then being free, and then having to stay at home. And then finally we managed to put the show on in October. But that was a lot later than what we originally thought. So it was crazy. And even in New Zealand, we are very lucky because we can have theatre shows and dance shows, and we're allowed to have audiences. But I know in Europe and in lots of other parts of the world, you still can't have this kind of thing happening. So for us, when we did the final show, we were very happy and grateful that we could put something on. Yeah. Makes sense?
Yeah.
Any questions?
I saw that you was doing some stuff from home. I followed you a little bit on Insta during the period.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was thinking how it is or how you felt it, because I know that you need contact with people and everything. So yeah, it's good because you didn't give up and you still continue and trying to find ways to improve that and still keep your stuff to do. Don't give up during this period.
Yeah, I think maybe I was sometimes I think I was trying too hard to make something happen, because I didn't understand fully how big the pandemic was. You know, we all kind of were like, oh, maybe it's not that bad. But then as time went on, we realized it was not good. And so I thought, oh, we can still make things. And also because I needed to escape from the seriousness of it and make work, and because I think as artists we naturally want to try and do something, whether it's painting or sculpting or dancing or making films or doing photography. So naturally we go, oh, we have time, to suddenly practice what we want to do. What can we do? Or we sleep. But yeah, it was hard. I found it quite hard to be inside all the time. So I think that was making art was one way to escape and create a new imagination or world, or do something while I was in my small bedroom. Yeah. Yeah. What have you guys done for staying at home?
Was tell us.
Yeah, so you can tell. Then
I don't know. It was weird. First time, I mean, in the first week, when they put the lockdown, I was seriously okay. Trying to get used it by making papers to get out. And I remember that my mom was, "Oh, I need to do paper for that, for that." No, but she was more stressed than me. First month I was okay, and after I started to have some, I don't know, problems like anxious or missing people, missing the contacts, and in time I learned to use that to try to focus on stuff. And now for me I can say it's barely okay by working from home, except the parts that sometimes I feel that I need to meet people. But yeah, I think we have a plus than thinking, oh, we are not literally beginners on that, because maybe for the beginners, like for the new students for the first year, it's a little bit complicated. They need to go to the uni and paint and see models and everything. But for us, I think was a little bit better. We knew it, what we have to do, what we should to do. But yeah, I'm happy. Oh, sorry for weird noise on the background because sometimes it's working. But I think that no, we need to adapt ourselves on that. And maybe it's a little bit better now because we don't need to go literally on the uni. So all stuff that we needed is to wake up and open a PC and talk. So you can stay in pyjama, why not? And underwear and something, and work how you want, and go in the kitchen, eat, and come back to work. So I think this pandemic had good and bad things in the same time. The worst one is that, yeah, you are not able to have too much contact and you need to be more careful.
Yeah, I definitely miss not being around people, but because in New Zealand now we can see friends and go out for drinks, so for us it's not so hard. But in the lockdown, when we were in Code Red, it was so horrible. We would, I would call my friends on FaceTime and we would have some wine together and then be like, oh, we are very drunk, but we don't know that we are very drunk because we are not together in person. We are only talking on the phone. Yeah.
Short stuff, Amber, your webcam is closed. Can you open it if you want, please? Because after sharing, the webcam was closed, so.
Is it? Okay. There we go.
Sorry, because I interrupted.
Yeah, the microphone, yeah, is okay.
Oh, better, thanks.
Yay.
Yeah, but I don't know, you felt it so bad, this stuff, or having FaceTime was a little bit better, helped you?
Yeah, a little bit better, but not the same as being in person with someone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now, I don't know, are you planning some future choreographic performances, or if you, I don't know, if the situation relaxed somehow, maybe it's possible to physically meet with your colleagues to work together again.
Yeah. So we are very lucky because we can meet with my colleague. Like I can meet with my colleagues, and we can put work on together. I am in a show at the moment. I'm just going to find the images. And it opens in a theatre on the 17th of June, and it's a dance show. I'll just try.
So soon.
Yeah, very soon. I'll just find the pictures and then I can show you. Where it will be in my email. The show that I'm going to do is about surrealism. So we are looking at surrealist artists like André Breton and Salvador Dali.
Magritte.
Yeah.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah, I love it. It's amazing.
I also love surrealism. I don't know how it would be in dance, but I'm curious about it.
I'm just finding the pictures now. Here we go. So, can I share? Oh, Chrome tab. Here we go. So can you see these?
Yes.
Yeah. So this is from the rehearsal. I mean the poster shoot. And this is. I'll go. It doesn't load. Can you see this? The dancer with the two wines.
Yeah.
This is loading. Oh. Yeah, so we are playing, it's very visual. Lots of trying to move body parts with two dancers and make it look like it's one body part instead of two. There's also some rehearsal photos somewhere.
I like very much the chromatics, and I was wondering what's the meaning of wine, and I guess there are some symbols. If you could explain, because they look very interesting visually.
The wine is I guess it has many meanings because it can be seen as like the blood or a life force or passion or people getting together in a community creating something under intoxication. So it has a lot of layers of meaning to it. I'm just looking at some rehearsal photos and I can talk through.
Okay.
Here we go. So this is us. We are playing with different characters in the piece. So that's one physical exploration. I'll skip through these because some are not good. This is just us reflecting on the work. See how there's a glass on someone's back?
Yes.
this is taken from the images that Salvador Dali did of the long-legged creatures. So we're imagining that we are the creatures with long legs.
There was a painting also with the elephant.
Yeah. Also like this. So
Okay.
this is at the beginning of the show, and it is meant to be as if we are creatures walking through purgatory. Do you know purgatory, the word purgatory? Yeah.
Catholics believe in purgatory.
Yeah. So we crawl through the space, and then we begin to stand up, and then we begin to drink the wine. And then we get into a line, and we have to complete tasks that we give each other. So hang on, this is us with the wine here. I think that might be all of the rehearsal pictures. And then we do some partnering work. So you can see here, there's lots of people together like this, the twisted limbs. Our task here in the dance piece is to try and make it look like we are becoming like one body together, or we're very entangled, because it looks kind of surrealist in some of the physical positions. And I wonder if, like this one, this lots of balancing off each other and entwining. This, you must be like, whoa, they can touch each other. COVID. So we're very, very lucky we can be doing this. We're allowed to in New Zealand. We can still be dancing together.
Seriously, I was thinking, oh, you did that during a pandemic. You didn't have, you were not afraid about that, about sharing corona or something.
No, so we are. It is very strict here, but as long as you have had COVID tests and you follow protocol, it is quite relaxed. And because there are no cases in the community at the moment, they're only in quarantine. So the government is trusting that we will not pass it on. Yeah. What else? Yeah, like this. Moving together.
But you was not afraid to take corona for someone?
No, definitely. So if in New Zealand, if we get sick, we have to stay home and go to a doctor and get a test.
Yeah.
So even if I have a cough, or if I have a runny nose, or I feel sick, I have to go straight to my doctor. I have to get a COVID test, and I have to stay at home until the results are negative.
So everything was applied about symptoms?
Yeah. So any symptoms, we go straight to the doctor.
Okay.
Yeah. And luckily, most people do. And because everyone is always doing this, it means we don't have community cases most of the time.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah. But as soon as we have maybe 2 or 3 community cases, we go to Code Orange and stay home. Yeah.
So fast.
Yeah, very fast. Very fast. Yeah. So we have this show opening on the 17th of June, which is very exciting, but hopefully we don't have to go to Code Orange or Code Red before that.
I hope so.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, you will see the show, I don't know, on Facebook or on Instagram, you know, the video, I would be interested in watching it.
I'll see if I can find. We have a trailer.
Yeah, maybe we could understand.
Uh-huh.
But-
I'll see what is there. Here we go. I don't know if you'll be able to hear it very well,
Yes,
but I
we
can
are
try. I can try. Share. Okay, here we go. Yeah, so that's a very quick look into what we're doing, but it's big. I think it's an hour. It will be an hour-long show. So that's just a small glance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but exciting.
I imagine.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I wish I could bring you all over here to watch.
Yeah, it
and
would be
be able to see people and be together again.
I subscribe. I subscribe.
Yeah. Oh.
I wanted.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Amber.
Oh,
for
that's okay. Yeah.
And,
So I hope so the things will be better, thinking that it's, I don't know, here it's summer, it's like barely the same there. The temperature are okay for you?
It's very dark all the time. In the morning it's dark, in the afternoon it's dark. So but at least I can dance with other people.
yeah,
Yeah.
good
Yeah.
part. Best part, I guess. It's...
Yeah.
So that's nice.
Yeah, I don't know if you have questions, Dana, maybe because it's you're closer to this art field, dancing, or
No, but I want to see the result.
Yeah. I will see. Maybe it will get filmed, recorded, and if it does, I can ask to show you. Oh, I have a film that I made this year that I can show you. Maybe it's a dance film, and we had to make it in the pandemic. I'll just find it. This was we made. Well, I've been talking to the musician for maybe 1 year or long. Oh no, longer. Maybe a year and a half. And because of COVID, we couldn't make the film, and we kept trying, and we couldn't do it. And finally, we managed to get a week where we weren't in code orange or code red. So we went out to a beach near Auckland, and we filmed it, and then we edited it, and when we were back into code orange. So you'll be able to see the dancers and some of the landscape as well, which is nice for me. It's very beautiful. I'll just log in. Oh. Sorry, I'm just trying to find it.
Don't worry.
Okay, here we go. Okay, I will share with you. Here we go.
Congrats.
Yeah,
Damn it.
that's
Cool.
It was cool.
what's the main concept of this?
Interestingly, the musician had written the music about longing for someone, and then when we were talking about the project, about the visual project, I said, well, it feels to me like it's when you're apart in lockdown and then you finally get to come together again. So
Yeah.
very symbolic of what we are feeling right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was a really amazing project to work on, and the end, every time I watch it, I'm like, oh,
Yeah, it's very emotional and
yeah,
quite, it's very nice.
yeah,
It's like an opposition between freedom and prison and
yeah,
kind
yeah. And the feeling, you know, when you're in a room for so long and you're just like, oh, what can I do? I'm so bored. And then,
Like you want to escape.
yeah, like you
You
want to,
want some air.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly, exactly. So it is that very human need for connection and togetherness, and not necessarily just in a romantic way, but just as friends or as family or as colleagues. Anything, we need this. And being in the pandemic is very difficult because we don't have it except with the people we live with, if we live with someone. Yeah.
nice. I like
Yeah.
favorite.
Yeah, but we are very lucky that we could make that. That was made, we filmed it in January this year, and then we went into lockdown, into Code Orange, I think. And then the editor was putting together the movie, and then we finished in April. And now we are trying to put it up online to be seen by people. We submitted it to the Paris Play Film Festival and it became a finalist. So that's nice. And we are submitting to more festivals and online shows. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much.
That's okay. Yeah.
And yeah, we are so
Alright.
happy that we could meet also.
Yeah, me
It
too.
was online, yeah, it was a physical meeting, but we were curious what you had been doing and what's the situation there. We imagine that it's also hard for you. But
Yeah, not as hard for you, I don't think. Not as hard as it is for you. I think most of Europe sounds very sad and difficult.
It is.
Yeah.
yeah, we hope for better times. It's all we can do now. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I will see. Maybe I can run a workshop because we did some dance workshops when we were in Code Red. And maybe if we can organize a time, I could lead one for people who want to join and explore. We started to think, how can we make art with our web cameras? So something like this is a frame, and then you cover, and then you come closer, and then you cover, and then you come closer. And you can start to make art through technology. So that's what we started to do, because we said, well, we can't be with people, so how can we collaborate online? Yeah.
Also a colleague of mine started I think last year an online project called Phone Sketch, and students have started to do online paintings. There is an application, so it's also a form of adapting to these times, new times.
Mm-hmm.
So I think, yeah, this changes in all areas. This,
Yeah.
yeah,
We're trying to figure out how we can do it. Yeah.
Yeah, have to be creative.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you so much, for your time, Amber. And
Yeah, no
I
worries.
keep
Yeah.
in touch.
You too. Let me know if I can help with anything.
Yeah, I don't know if you have some workshops that we can attend. You can let us know, and you can invite us maybe on also on an online platform like guests.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I'm interested, for example, to take part in it.
Yeah.
Workshops.
Okay.
So,
Cool.
yeah,
I'll think,
Yeah.
and I can maybe come up with maybe a 1 hour class, and we can have fun
Yeah.
and come up with new ways of doing something with the body or with objects or using this camera. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it would be nice.
Yeah.
To
Okay.
Kind of new things.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe new ideas of collaboration.
Yeah, true. We could record something.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Okay.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for everything.
Ciao.
Thank you for
Nice
everything.
No worries.
Big hug to you.
Bună ziua.
Bună ziua, yeah.
Bună ziua.
For me, it's bună ziara.
It's bună seara, yeah.
Bună
Seara.
Yeah, nighttime. Okay.
Big hug there.
Mulțumim.
Mulțumesc, Shai.
Mulțumim.
Bye.
Big hug.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.